Hello, squirrel friends. Welcome back to another book review and eye makeup Tuesday with me, Mondo. Today we are going to be talking about 3 books. And the first book is The Only Good Indians, a novel by Stephen Graham Jones. Stephen is Blackfeet, Native American. The book is very cool. It's horror. It's very, very strange, but it does a lot on like Crow, talks about Crow and Blackfeet, Native Americans, but they call them Indians, and that's a choice, but whatever. What happens in the book is 4 friends that are Blackfeet. One day they do something really bad, with while hunting, and it's so bad that they get their hunting rights revoked. So their hunting rights are revoked. So then now we skip ahead to about 10 years later. 2 of them have left the reservation, Ricky and Lewis. Lewis met his wife, Pita, on the reservation. She is white, but I'm pretty sure he met her on the reservation right as he was planning to leave, right after the event happened. And no, I'm not going to tell you what the event was, because that is a spoiler, and that is just rude to do. So he meets Pita and they go off together to make a life outside of the reservation. Ricky also leaves. He doesn't have the best home life, and so he takes off, but Ricky is killed. He gets killed. There's a lot of racism that happens in this book too, from white community against Indian people, which is, more prevalent than I think we all like to think it is. But Ricky gets killed. He gets beaten to death outside of a bar. And then now we're 10 years later. I think Ricky died probably about 4 years after the event happened. And we're in the life of Lewis and Pita, and they are just trying to be normal people. And Lewis is working for the USPS. He is a mail sorter, and he's going through some stuff. He thinks that a vengeful spirit is trying to get him. He is sure that one of the spirits of the reservation are after him for wrong deeds that they did the 10 years ago. But he doesn't know where it is or when it's gonna come for him. So he's very nervous. He sees it around. It takes the shape of a woman with an elk head. But this vengeful spirit's after him for what he did. Well, what they all 4 did. The book is creepy. It is creepy. If you are native at all, you should read it. It's really cool. Like, you don't realize how much I'm native, but I wasn't really raised native too much. Like, I don't know a lot of the culture real well or anything, which is nothing wrong. That's just how it is. But I don't realize the little things that I do that are very Native American, like the little weird, intricate, little superstitious things that I do are very similar to other Native American cultures, even though I wasn't really taught them. It was just something that, like, you learn from family. It is definitely very horror. If you enjoy a murder mystery, you're gonna enjoy this book. It's awesome. Creepy. What do you think's gonna happen? It is a brand new book. I thought it was so cool. I just loved it. I read it in a couple days. I couldn't put it down. I had to know what was happening. I had to know what was gonna happen to Lewis and his 2 other friends, Cassidy and Gabe. And then you want to know what the secret is. What they do to piss off this vengeful spirit, this elk head woman. What they do? What do you think they did? Okay, so the next book we're gonna talk about is a favorite of mine because I love her. She's such a cool author. Darcy Coates' Parasite. Look at that. You can't get this cover anymore. It's a new cover, but it's really cool. It's a cool cover too. It's really pretty. But look at how gory that is. God damn. So it also is horror. This book takes place in the year 2296. They are now on different moons. They are on different moons, different space stations. They're all very isolated. What is normally happening is they're kind of just monitoring what's going on. And it's a group of usually about 3 of them doing different jobs, living on these space stations. Well, one day they get, so one of their main jobs of being on the space station is to deal with alien life forms that come on to the planet that they're on, moon or whatever, the celestial body that they're on, and they have to deal with it. So they'll go out and usually take like some kind of flamethrower and get rid of the little bug. But on this day, they go out, and the lady that goes out, she goes radio silent. And they're like, what happened? So then they send another person. We're in a horror story. Does that sound like a good idea? No. So she goes out and she finds out that it's this thing. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a thing. And then from there, it spreads like wildfire. And before they can even control it, it has spread. And the book keeps hopping to different stations that are unaffected until they get affected. So you see how each of them handle it and eventually fall from it, which is pretty cool. I enjoyed it immensely. It was super scary because you were like, what is going on? It is very similar to Alien and extremely similar to The Thing. Did you ever watch The Thing from the 80s? I think there was a remake, a prequel to it that came out recently. You keep following space stations until the Confederation, I think it's Confederation, or the main governing body of the known universe decides to do something about it and sends people out to destroy it. And then you start following one kind of ragtag team of astronauts that go out to try to combat this creature and monster. Super, super scary. I love Darcy Coates. She has such a good way of writing that you're not sure, like, if you're nuts, if they're nuts, or it's really a monster. This one's really, really cool. I loved it. I thought it was a very new take on, like, the alien takeover kind of genre. Like, Invasion of the Body Snatchers kind of level, but really good. I thought it was very well written. She's from New Zealand. So, she has a ton of books that are out right now because we in America kind of really just discovered her. And so she's getting more and more popular over here. But, I love her books. She is like the new mistress of horror for me. This book is really good, especially if you like the Alien franchise. Those books are really, really cool. Those movies and books are really, really cool. If you enjoyed that, like the horrorness of Alien, you'll definitely enjoy this series. This book. It's not a series, sorry. Wish it was. Really wish it was, because that would be cool. The next book is also a Darcy Coates. I love her, like I said. And it is Small Horse. Yeah, I like beat this book up because I loved it so much. It is 50 short horror stories. They're all very small and they are super terrifying. Oh my dear Lord, girl. Like they are scurry. They are scurry, scurry, scurry. That one's a little hard to find. You have to order it, but if you are in Bellingham, you are in luck because I keep those books in stock. So you can find it. If you cannot find it, you can message me and I will help you get it. But it is a really good book. They are like kind of reminiscent of Richard Matheson and how he wrote, and Lovecraft, how he wrote a lot of short stories too. They were super intense, but very, very short. One is about a monster in the basement. So good. Loved it. Loved it. That one, I was doing laundry when I was reading that one, and I literally did not want to go downstairs and get the laundry. I just did not. I was like, ooh. I left the door open and the lights on and ran down there. I'm gonna put my eyeliner right back. It's back. It's back. The stories are super good. Oh my god. Like there's some that are called, the first one is The Dog's Grave Digger. Dude. The Music Box, Ghost Town, Magpie Girl, The Host, Tune. What was the one that terrified me? I think that was, oh, The Bog Rot. Oh, that one was terrifying. Oh my god, they were so good. Some of them are, some was like, one was, oh my god, one was really, really similar to Bird Box. Yes. One was very, very similar to Bird Box, but she wrote it very differently, and it was a little bit of like right as it's all happening. Not so much of like after the fact of like the monsters, like it was like right as they were attacking, which was, oh my god, I want to petition her to write that as a full-blown novel. So if anybody out there knows Darcy Coates or is Darcy Coates, girl, you need to finish that book. Cause that was awesome. I know, like, she wrote it at the same time like Bird Box was coming out, and she's like, ooh, don't want to look like a copycat. But if you liked Bird Box, oh my god, just reading it for that story alone. I'm not gonna tell you what one it is, because you need to read the whole story, whole book. These are also something that like are very cool short stories. So sometimes what I do with short stories is I read them concurrently with another book, like a bigger book. And I read them while I'm reading that book, just like to give me a break sometimes from like the huge like Stephen King books or something like that, like I'm trying to get through. But they're, you know, they're just kind of hard to like stay focused. I don't know how to finish this look. Should I finish it? Do you think it's done? I think it's done. I think it looks pretty. So that was the first time for me to like do the, I kind of got this a little too big, but it's okay. It's okay. So that's the 3 books that I talked about today. So it is The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones, and then Parasite, and Small Horrors by Darcy Coates. If you love horror, you need to find Darcy Coates. She is so scary. Scary. And now I want to read like more of Stephen Graham Jones' books, because I didn't realize how weird Native American-ish I am, which is really cool to find out. Okay guys, so I hope you are having a great morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night. Stay safe, wash your hands, wear your masks properly. If you like makeup and books, or listening to me talk about random stuff, if you enjoy me talking about stuff, put that in the comments below. Like, what do you like most? Do you like the book reviews? Do you like me talking about crazy weird stuff that's happened in my life? But I love doing makeup. If you enjoyed all that stuff, subscribe, like, share. If you enjoy the music you're listening to, if it has a YouTube video, I will put it in the description box below. I will also put all the products that I've used in the description box below also. Stay safe, be good, be polite, be nice, be friendly, and if you can't, stay home. I love you guys, bye.